Hi there, welcome to Allvalueadd channel. This is Aishwarya. Today we are going to begin the lesson 2, and the purpose of having this particular session is to understand the differences between the various principles, especially between the management principles versus HR principles. Why do we have two categories and why we need to follow them? Management principles versus HR principles. Let's look at the definition of management principles first. They are the guidelines for planning, organizing, leading, and controlling the overall work of an organization, while HR principles are the guidelines for managing people, hiring, developing, motivating, and retaining the employees. The focus for management is on the overall organization and the functionality, whereas HR focuses on the employees, well-being, performance, and other factors. Let's look at management principles. It starts with planning. Planning is a key aspect because unless we plan, we won't be able to move forward. And this planning is done at the organizational level. And the focus is like what are the market trends, who are our competitors, and where are we heading to, what are the next steps, what are the requirements, what is the manpower that we need, what are the main goals that we have for this year, setting the objectives. These are all aspects that go into planning, because unless we have a clear plan, we will not be able to proceed to the next step. Then comes organizing, because allocating the correct resources into correct teams, seeing what is missing, the gaps, and also what has to be done in future, whether we have to move employees from one section to another or location to another and so on, and what is the financial aspects, what are other assets that we require, what is the dependency, what are the various gaps that we can project or we might get while executing, all the challenges that we might face, all these will come in terms of organizing and planning together. And then comes the actual staffing, the actual resources. So to identifying the right candidate and so on. So first thing is identifying, means you have to advertise or you have to go through LinkedIn and other, the HR team will identify, call people for interview, and then select the right candidate for the required job. And after that, directing is another job about managers. They should guide their employees so that they meet their guidelines. They should have the ability to show the big picture to their team members so that they are aligned to the business goals and are able to meet the needs. And also the performance reviews and other setting the goals, respective KPIs and other targets are critical at this point. Then comes control in sense the business control, wherein the managers have to have a kind of control on the project and also monitor what is the progress with progress reports and other things from time to time. It cannot be like if it's a 6 months project, we can't wait for 6 months, right? So we have to be monitoring it even at every level, every stage, with one-to-one meetings and group meetings, teamworks and other corrective actions and so on, setting expectations. All these are necessary at this level. Coming to HR principles, as we know, the focus is on recruitment, training, performance management, compensation, employee relations, HR analytics, and so on. Here, if you see, everything is related to employees. So our focus or the main areas that HR works is related to employees. We need to have the right candidate recruitment And also we need to see the retention aspects, like how many people we are recruiting every year, and what is the retention rate, and if people are leaving, what are the challenges, and how do we encourage our domain experts, and how do we have the backup planning, and so on. What are the training gaps, how to understand the need analysis with the business, also performing uh, candidates, how do we encourage them, and what is the compensation that we are giving as per the role, responsibilities level, as per their cadre, and so on, and what are the promotion kind of ones aspects that we have, and also performance improvement kind of categories. All those have to be taken into consideration. And employee relations and engagement, like how the particular employee is working. If they face any challenges, they have to be able to connect with the HR and try to get whatever direction they need. So that kind of setup we need to have. Sometimes we have even discussions wherein we meet various teams and see what is going on, so that we develop a kind of rapport with them, so that they understand that the HR team is there to support them, and also if they have any challenges from the HR perspective, we are there to resolve and take it forward. So HR analytics is nothing but data management, to have every data, like unless we have the data we cannot do the next planning and so on. So everything about an employee, when that employee has joined, from recruitment till the exit, we will have the entire data within analytics. Okay, so by understanding the principles, we will be easily able to gauge the focus of each of these principles. So let's look at management principles. The focus of having these principles is to improve work, process, systems, goals, productivity. So our focus areas that these principles affect are these, the scope of them is this. Whereas HR principles focus is on people, behavioral skills, engagement, employee engagement kind of factors, and culture. Benefits of using these principles or their influence, you can find it in many of the day-to-day activities, and it will indirectly improve in efficiency, decision making, work structuring, coordination, and so on, because we have standard documentation and already the guidelines are existing. Hence we can easily apply them and go forward. Similarly, for HR, we can have employee ethics that are available in form of etiquettes and so on, and also we can have documentation with talent development, culture, behavioral aspects, retention and engagement, and so on. So for all these there is a documentation which is like a guidelines already existing in the, of course it is built in line and it is customized as per each organization accordingly by the HR team. So because these guidelines are available, it is easier to follow and implement them, and then customize it as per the need in alignment to the business is what usually the organizations do. Dear viewers, so we have completed lesson 2. Today we discussed about management principles versus HR principles, the key differences, examples of key principles, and also how management and HR focus areas differ and how they complement with each other and so on, and their influence is what we have covered in today's session. So we will meet in the next session again. Thank you for attending this. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.